Om Namah Shivaya, Shivji Sada Sahai, Om Namah Shivaya, Guruji Sada Sahai. Guruji Maharaj is great. We were very extremely fortunate when in June 2004, with the grace of Guruji Maharaj, we were admitted to his Sangat. Since then, life has taken a new turn for us, having become blissful and reassuring. Being with Guruji in the serene environment of his mandir, one is fully charged with positive energy. With his kindness, we have gained immensely on spiritual path, have begun to lead a far cleaner and humble life full of happiness. In fact, we no longer know unhappiness. The odd discomfort that comes our way also brings happiness with the knowledge that our beloved Guruji has helped us get over some of our karma, an experience that without his kindness would have been far more painful. There is also a special bonding with Guruji's Sangat, since we feel we are part of one big family in which the ego has been replaced by total humility. We look forward to interacting with the Sangat because we derive utmost satisfaction speaking and listening about Guruji. This itself is a great learning experience, besides creating greater bond harmony with our big family. During such satsangs, we have learned that there is no need to speak with Guruji. A simple ardas prayer within the heart is enough to grant us the Mahapurush's blessings. We are also conscious that one should avoid asking Guruji for anything, because though he may give us what is wished for, it may not provide us satisfaction. True satisfaction and happiness comes only when our beloved Guruji gives on his own. Despite this knowledge, we are tempted to ask for Guruji's mercy. Whenever we are in trouble, we are only human, and like I said earlier, he's kind enough to shower his blessings on our request. My wife, son and I began attending Guruji's satsangs at the same time. My wife and son came to believe in him quickly. I had doubts. An attempt at conditional acceptance. On the third day of my attendance, I made a mental challenge to Guruji. I will accept you as my Guru only if you can get me back my rupees 5 lakh, which have been locked up with a businessman in Chandigarh for the last 3 years. But after a few more days of satsangs, I felt I had done a great wrong in laying down the condition for Guruji was such a trivial thing like money. I then repeatedly prayed to him, apologizing and telling him that I did not want his help in getting back my money. A week later, while I was on duty trip to Bangalore, the Chandigarh businessman called up to say he was ready to return the money and pay rupees 30,000 as damages. Guruji Maharaj is great. Guruji's fragrance. Initially, every time we entered Guruji's temple, my wife and son would get a strong whiff of Guruji's fragrance. I never smelt it. I suppose I was not a true believer. One evening, about a month or so from the time we started attending the satsangs, I was lying in the bed while my wife had gone off to sleep. I was looking at Guruji's photo on the wall and feeling guilty for continuing to have doubts when everything I had seen and heard was in Guruji's favor. I kept looking at Guruji's photo and fervently prayed to Guruji to forgive me. I promised to be true Bhagat. I had never prayed with such sincerity ever before in my life. Suddenly, from my pillow, I got a strong fragrance, which my wife confirmed was the same as she got at the mandir. My magnanimous Guruji had heard and accepted my prayer, and I had become a true believer. I would never look back again. My Guruji is great. Allah do for my absent son. My son Samar, who is in Merchant Navy, had gone off to his ship. Guruji would often ask my wife Babu about his well-being. One evening we were at Guruji's mandir till late at night, and when Guruji had gone out, he returned after some time around 1 a.m. and began distributing laddus to the Sangat. While he gave everybody 1 laddu, he gave my wife 2 pieces. She was thrilled and came to me saying that Guruji had given an extra piece for our son. Just as she was saying this, Colonel Joshi, one of Guruji's sevaks, came up to me and handed me his mobile, saying my son was on the line. He asked him how he was ringing up at this hour and that also not on home telephone on which he always rang up. He replied, I don't know, I just got an urge to talk to you and I thought you must be at Guruji's mandir. Guruji is great. My wife's illnesses go away. My wife has benefited from Guruji's healing power at least thrice. She had Meniere's disease, an imbalance caused due to the fluid in the inner ear. Since 1989, she would get spells of dizziness and migraine-type headaches. No amount of medical treatment in India or even the US could cure her. In 1992, a homeopathic drug helped suppress the problem. As long as she took the medicine, the problem has reduced a bit. After about a month of joining Guruji's Sangat, she prayed silently to Guruji, I am not going to take the homeopathic medicine ever again. My problem is in your hands for you to cure. Immediately on leaving the medicine, Babu's dizzy spells and migraine headaches were back with a far greater intensity than ever before. But Babu did not waver and refused to take medicine. This continued for 15 days, at the end of which the spells stopped as suddenly as they started. She has never had them again. Our Guruji is great. In April 2005, Babu suddenly started getting black spots in her eye. A visit to the eye specialist revealed that her retina was inflamed and if she did not start immediate treatment with steroids, she was likely to go blind. But having steroids would activate her otherwise latent tuberculosis, for which she had tested positive. Therefore, she would have to take a course of TB medicine also. This terrified her. Since we were hesitant to ask Guruji for help directly, one of the ladies in the Sangat, Guruji's Bhakt for a very long time, went ahead and told Guruji. Yet when Babu was leaving the Sangat that day, Guruji did not say anything. The fright of the disease got the better of Babu and she told Guruji that she did not want to take steroids. Guruji smiled and told her to bring the pure honey from Firozpur lying at home. The next day Babu brought the honey. Guruji blessed her and told her to apply it to her eyes every day. A few days later, we visited our family eye specialist in Chandigarh. He prescribed medicines, both tablets and eye drops. He told us not to put honey in the eyes since it will negate the effect of the eye drops. We followed the doctor's directions, but we also put in the honey. After 2 weeks or so, the eyes were absolutely okay and she tested negative for TB as well. At this stage, the doctor told us that there was another girl who has been coming to him with the same problem, though with lesser degree of the same, but had not been cured. He said that Babu's case was a miracle. God Almighty had cured her and not his medicine. He asked Babu if she believed in God. Was there any doubt? Guruji is great. For the last 9 years, Babu had viral warts on her face. Skin specialist medicines, even the burning of the warts could not end the problem. Finally, Babu was treated by one of Guruji's Bhagats, Colonel D.R. Chauhan, in March 2006. Within a week, the warts disappeared, never to come back again. Guruji is great. Surviving an accident. In December 2006, at a Chandigarh road crossing, an ambassador going at 80 km per hour hit our Zen from the side. The Zen was pushed 4 feet sideways. Doors, mudguards, the windscreen, window panes. Even the dashboard was smashed. Yet all of 4 of us came out without a scratch or a muscle pain. I did not have to pay anything for the repairs since the ambassador owner footed the bill. This was possible with Guruji's grace. Our Guruji is great. We are grateful to Guruji for his blessings. Guruji often said the world will be going through very difficult times ahead. No one will care for each other, no matter how close he or she may be. Only the big family of Guruji Sangat will matter. Needless to say, we are lucky to be blessed by him and to be part of his Sangat. Om Namah Shivaya, Guruji Sada Sahai. Satsang of Major General and Mrs. MPS Sandhu. Pyans Pyans Shukrana Guruji Maharaj.